my victory meal for my mama-in-law.
Your food. You want to say?
We got oxtails. We got cornbread. We got mac and cheese. We got turkey wings. Then you got the guac. About to eat on an empty stomach.
When it comes to her man, Clarissa Shields don't play, and she just made that loud and clear again. Rumors started flying that she and her husband Papoose had split, and the internet was buzzing. But Clarissa? She shut all that down with one fiery post that had everybody gagged. She jumped on Facebook like a woman on a mission and said, "Not today." First, she hit us with a flex post, showing off her victory meal at Papoose's mama's house like, oxtails? Yeah. Cornbread? Yep. Mac and cheese? Of course. Turkey wings? You know it. And the message was clear. She ain't going nowhere, and neither is he.
Don't let them do this. Don't let them create this fucking fake fight. There's no fight. The only people fighting is them. MAGA wants to make this about Sydney Sweeney versus Beyonce and wants to do dog whistles against Beyonce and wants to, like, you know, pretend like Sydney Sweeney is one of theirs. It's not. Politics doesn't have to be like this. Not everything has to be Fox versus MS, Megyn Kelly, white versus black, authentic versus inauthentic. I am Megyn Kelly, one of the most inauthentic people in all of the news, and I'm going to judge someone for their level of authentic. You don't have to do this. You just don't. I choose not to. I choose to make fun of them. I choose to point and laugh at the MAGA world that is so obsessed with this that they can't just enjoy the pleasures of Get Me Bodied or Lemonade, you know, without feeling like they need to pick a side.
Then came the clapback. All I see is lies. Stop lying. Me and my man at his mama house eating victory dinner that she cooked for me. I see I gotta start checking y'all lies. We great over here. Nice try. Boom. She shut it down like only Clarissa can. And if that wasn't enough, the next morning she doubled down again. Good morning. About to go eat my to-go plate from last night.
That Beyonce, who's on some world tour right now, reinventing herself as a country star, is running videotape during the show of yours truly. She had to scour the internet to find anybody who offered any criticism of this move whatsoever. Dill has to look for the one sliver where she could play the victim and be aggrieved because big bad Megyn Kelly said something completely milquetoast about her entry into country music.
Whew. One thing about Clarissa, she's gonna make it known. That's her man, and she is not here for the mess. But here's the twist. Even though she's clapping back, nobody actually found any major rumors floating around online. There were no viral tweets, no videos, no trending TikToks. Just a couple mentions here and there, and one outlet, Meta, referencing the breakup chatter that Clarissa herself seemed to bring into the spotlight.
Kelly, how is you cool? Do you need that? Because clearly you do. Every time we see you pop up on somebody's telephone, you are literally having Beyonce's name stuck in your mouth. Like, girl, what is it about that black woman that just has you so uptight, bent up? Like, girl, you need to go to your husband and tell him he needs to lay that pipe on you, right? Because something about you is just so uptight to where that lady just gets you all crunched up. Like, now you're talking about the lady's ad campaign, the latest one she got with Levi, talking about, oh, it's the exact opposite from Sydney Sweeney. It's giving artificial. Girl, shut the fuck up. That shit with Sydney Sweeney was racist as hell, talking about, oh, I got great genes because the girl is basic as hell, blonde with blue eyes and all that other white shit. Shut up. Beyonce is a natural lady. Was okay, she had a blonde wig on. What is your problem? At first you was mad when the girl talking about she wasn't selling no tickets, and then she used your sound of you being stupid on her concert when she packing out arenas, and you mad about that. Now the lady coming out with an ad campaign and you mad about that. Girl, just your husband must be in love with her and you just mad. Something is going on with you, girl. You must want to be that black lady so bad, and it makes you mad that when you look at your pale skin, it just irks you that you ain't got that melanin in it. You need to get a life. You need to get something going on for you. Nobody cares about that stupid ass podcast you got. Nobody cares about what you do. Shut up. You clearly need that, and somebody needs to give it to you. I'm sick of you opening up your goddamn jaws to spew out nothing but bullshit and hate. Like, girl, you even have a basic ass name, Megyn Kelly. Girl, you got 2 first names. What the? Your parents didn't even care enough about you to give you some authenticity with your name. Like, girl, you ain't even special. Shut up. Like, seriously, take a moment. Take a moment. Internalize your self-hatred. Deal with that. Go to therapy for that. Shut up, because how you is not cool. Come back when you are. You'll never be cool, actually. So don't ever come back. Because if you come back again, don't ever come back.
So now fans are confused. Was there a real breakup rumor? Or was this just Clarissa letting off steam and reminding the world that Shia's still holding things down with Papoose? Some folks even accused her of trying to show off her relationship with his mother, using the victory dinner as proof she's still locked in tight with the family. Either way, she don't care, because Clarissa's made it very clear. She's proud, loud, and clean.
Let's talk about Megyn Kelly and the Beyonce's Levi's ad. Because some white women stay playing dumb when it comes to black excellence. You said Beyonce's ad was fake and paid for and trying too hard. But here's the real issue. You are not mad about the jeans. You are mad that a black woman can embody beauty, power, and legacy effortlessly. Now let's break this down. You compared Beyonce's Levi's ad to Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad, calling one natural and the other artificial. But here's the thing. Sydney Sweeney is a natural brunette. Beyonce is a black woman wearing blonde hair. So if your issue is natural, why aren't you calling out Sydney? Because it was never about hair. It's about heritage. Let's get into genetics. There are black people with naturally blonde hair and blue eyes. Ever heard of the Melanesians and the Solomon Islands? That's not bleach. That's biology. That's science. And that's Africa. So when you call Beyonce fake, you're exposing your ignorance, because black genetics are vast. Our hair, our skin, our eyes, we created the blueprint. But here's the real gag. Beyonce was selling Levi's. Sydney Sweeney's ad was selling whiteness. The Levi's campaign showed denim on different bodies, different genders, different stories. The American Eagle campaign gave you the 1950s white picket fence Americana fantasy while erasing everyone else. One promoted jeans, the other promoted exclusion. And if you can't tell the difference between inclusion fashion and coded racism, then maybe you're not qualified to comment on culture, period. So no, Megyn, Beyonce doesn't scream fake. She screams legacy. She screams evolution. She screams everything you fear in a black woman. Power, pride, and presence. And that's why you are uncomfortable. Because whiteness doesn't know how to compete with the heritage it tried to erase.
And y'all know what they say. If he ever tried to dip, Clarissa would be on him like a heat-seeking missile. This woman is not letting go without a fight or a flight across the country if needed. And honestly, if Papoose ever tried to run off, he better not just leave the city. He better book it out the country, because Clarissa is not the one to play with. She's proven time and time again that she's fiercely loyal and fiercely protective. So unless she personally tells us otherwise, it looks like this power couple is still going strong. But what do y'all think? Have you seen any real proof of a breakup, or was Clarissa just calling out the trolls before it even became a story? Now let's switch gears, because someone else is heating up the internet.
Americans in third states have been loving and enjoying it long before Queen Bey decided to stick her big toe into the lake.
And it is none other than Megyn Kelly going straight for Beyonce over her latest Levi's campaign. Yup, Megyn just lit up Twitter, and people have a lot to say. So, let's break that down next. And just when things couldn't get any messier, boom! Enter Sydney Sweeney and her controversial American Eagle ad that S now being ripped apart by liberal activists, with some calling it flat-out racist. The backlash was already wild, but then Megyn Kelly jumped in and made it even messier by dragging Beyonce into it, completely unprovoked. So here is how it went down. Megyn retweeted the viral controversy around Sydney AS ad and took a direct shot at Queen Bey, writing, "This is the opposite of Sydney Sweeney's ad. Quite clearly, there is nothing natural about Beyonce. Everything from her image to her fame to her success to her look below it is bought and paid for. Scripted, artificial, fake, enhanced, trying too hard." Like, what? How did we go from American Eagle jeans to Megyn taking wild swings at Beyonce's entire existence? People online were shocked. Some said she just exposed her jealousy on Maine. Others called it a racist dog whistle, especially considering the ad in question had nothing to do with Beyonce at all. Now let's rewind and break down what started all this. Sydney Sweeney appeared in an American Eagle campaign where she buttoned up her jeans and said, "Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color." And that's when the internet lit up. Critics blasted the ad for allegedly pushing a subtle white supremacist message, highlighting her blonde hair and blue eyes as the definition of great genes. Many saw it as coded language, glorifying Eurocentric beauty standards under the disguise of a clever denim pun. So instead of addressing that controversy, Megan swerved hard and dragged Beyonce out of nowhere, making the situation even more chaotic. Now we got one ad sparking race debates and another starting stan wars, and Beyonce wasn't a T even in the room. Now let's get into the real storm, because critics are tearing this Sydney Sweeney ad apart, saying it doesn't just sound tone-deaf, it reeks of something deeper. People online are straight up accusing the ad of promoting white supremacy vibes. The reason? It hides the whole "great genes" line paired with Sydney R.S. blonde hair and icy blue eyes. Like, come on. Some folks felt like it was sending a message that those features are the superior standard. And people were not quiet about it. But here's where it gets even more heated. Right-wing voices, including Trump himself, started jumping in to defend Sydney. They tried flipping the narrative, saying this was all just the woke mob being sensitive. And then, bam. Out of nowhere, Megyn Kelly swoops in, drags Beyonce into the chaos, and starts throwing shots left and right. Megyn basically used Beyonce's Levi's ad as a weapon. She tried to paint a perfect white girl versus fake black woman narrative, saying Sydney was all natural and pure, while Beyonce was artificial, enhanced, and trying too hard. And let's be clear, Beyonce had nothing to do with Sydney's ad. It was wild and unnecessary. But if you thought this was the first time Megyn Kelly came for Queen Bey, think again. This beef's been brewing for a minute now. Remember when Beyonce dropped her country album? That's when the real drama started. Megyn went on an Australian news show and said country music didn't need Beyonce, like she was some outsider intruding in a space she didn't belong in. She even shaded the fans, saying people were acting like Beyonce was Jesus just for singing country. The nerve, right? But Beyonce wasn't about to let that slide. When she hit the stage for her Cowboy Carter tour, she clapped back without saying a word. She played a montage of every single hater who doubted her country move. And yes, Megyn's face was front and center. Beyonce made it clear. She saw it all, and she's still winning. And guess who Beyonce put on blast during her Cowboy Carter concert? None other than Ms. Megyn Kelly. Yep, Beyonce didn't just clap back, she put it on a stadium-sized screen. Right in the middle of her tour visuals, Queen Bey rolled a video that featured Megyn saying, "Beyonce stuck her big toe into the lane of country music." That line played loud and proud for the whole audience to hear, basically saying, "Girl, I heard you." And let's just say, Megyn was heated. Reports say she was fuming after seeing herself called out like that in front of thousands of fans. But here's the thing. Beyonce didn't have to dig for dirt. The criticism was everywhere. Megyn's been coming for Bey for years, and this was just another chapter in their silent feud. Let's rewind to 2016, y'all. Remember when Beyonce hit the CMA stage with the Dixie Chicks? The internet exploded. There were racist comments flying, people screaming she didn't belong in country music, and it got so toxic that the CMAs literally took down the performance video because of the backlash. That whole moment lit a fire under Beyonce, and it is one of the reasons fans believe she dropped her country album in the first place. So when Megyn Kelly goes on TV acting like Beyonce never faced criticism, that's just gaslighting. She knows good and well that Bey was dragged through the mud. But now she's playing dumb for her audience, twisting the narrative to make it seem like Beyonce's success is all smoke and mirrors. Let's be real. This isn't about music anymore. This is personal. Megyn can't stop bringing Beyonce's name up. It's giving obsessed. Every time Beyonce breathes, Megyn's got something to say. And the Levi's ad? Just the latest excuse for Megyn to go on another rant. But here's the irony. By constantly coming for Beyonce, Megyn is only proving her relevance. Bey lives rent-free in her mind. And this drama just keeps exposing how powerful Beyonce is. She's not just making music. She's making waves. So let's end it right here. Beyonce dropped a visual mic. Megyn caught feelings. And now the world's watching their silent feud heat up louder than ever. But what do y'all think? Is Megyn just bitter? Is she obsessed? Or is there more to this beef than meets the eye? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit that like button because this kind of drama, it's far from over. That's all for now. But stay tuned, because if Beyonce claps back again, phew, it's gonna shake the internet.